Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Previously on Spout Lore.
We need to head down to the amusement park. The caricaturist, although I don't totally approve of it, runs a fortune-telling business, so...
Does Shithane 100% know for sure that she has power?
He knows that she has power.
What's the name of the amusement park, guys?
Yesterland.
In a medieval-style fantasy world, it is past-themed?
To remind people of back when magic worked.
Oh my god, so it's a magic-themed amusement park.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa. Coming up after the break, we've got Spout Lore.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Fingers half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Yeah, you're heading down to the Yesterland amusement park, and it takes a while to get there. It's on the other side of the mall. At the front, there's a sign that says Yesterland, the yesterday of today. And then there are a variety of totally mechanical rides. So there is a roller coaster. There's like a carousel and a thing that shoots up really fast and comes back down. It's a amazing sight. It's as shabby as a lot of the mall has looked. This place looks awesome, but also super kitschy. Like, you know, there are people walking around dressed like wizards. You see somebody dressed like the mascot outside, but so it's like a big stuffed head with a beard and glasses and like a long checkered robe. And they're kind of going like, oh, like walking around hugging people. And
I go up to him and I give him a hug.
He hugs you enthusiastically.
And I'm like, hey, buddy, what's your name?
And he goes, oh.
Okay, that was less satisfying than I would have hoped.
I can't talk to you, sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's policy.
Okay. I'm like, okay, you're doing a good job. And then I walk away.
And he goes, oh. Then he goes and talks to some other kids. So this is a soaring, beautiful conservatory ceiling. And Tuck, it reminds you of some amazing architecture that you saw back in McCall. So tell me about a beautiful building in McCall that Tuck has always remembered.
In the middle of the city of McCall, there's like coming out of the ground at a very steep angle, there was like an upside down pyramid shape that went up like 250 feet.
Whoa.
And there was like a flat base at the top that was like probably only like 20 feet across. So it's a very narrow and tall upside down pyramid.
Awesome. What was it called? Do you know?
Nobody knows. It's been there since before the city existed. The city kind of grew around it. And the reason people kind of gathered around it is because there was like a spring. It exists at the base of this thing.
Oh.
So water runs out from around like the top of the upside down pyramid.
Yeah.
And that is the water that kind of like the whole city of McCall uses. It's been tapped and like moved to like the outer parts of the city using like a series of like aqueducts and billows that elves pull in and out. It's never run dry.
That's awesome.
People have said it's probably made of the same material that the pillars in the Sea of Graves are made out of.
Oh,
It
okay.
looks the same.
Yeah.
It has like faded and very dirty, what looks like might have been runes at one point.
And then if you can read the runes, you can actually read it. It says Grad 45. Because it's just a water tower.
Yeah, there's water actually leaking out of a water tower. Like it's coming out of the bottom. Yeah, so you are in the...
Wait, was I saying this to them?
I imagine you remembering it, but if you want to tell... Did you tell people about...
I guess I'm telling you.
You were like, this
about it.
reminds me of home.
Yeah. Awesome.
Shathane's like, yeah, that's a lot of glass.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're here. It says, so you see your friend, Cartwin. Cartwin is sitting on a stool, and she's sort of painting a very affectionate middle-aged couple. They've got their arms wrapped around each other, and she's like, hold still, please. And they keep like kissing each other on the cheek. She's like, hold still, almost done. And they're like, okay, I love you. She's like, okay, all right, you're almost done. And she's an elf?
No, human.
Human, okay.
Or she maybe half elf. It's kind of,
Half
she
elf.
has a little bit of that.
Right, she's got a little bit of that juice in
A
there.
little touch of elf.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, maybe.
Do you have a little elf in you? No. Would you like some? Etc. That's how our parents met.
Standard pickup line for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at a booth that has a bunch of those shirts on it. It's selling a bunch of those types of shirts.
Do you have a little elf in you?
No, do you want some?
Yeah.
And then there's another one that's got like a glass of ale, and inside it says loading.
They sell ones that are for elves, and they also sell ones that are for elves that actual elves coming through are like, ugh. And they just walk past the booth.
So is she finished? Does it look
Yeah,
like
she's wrapping
finished
up.
with them?
And
Okay.
it's a very like, she kind of does the like big head, little body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she's got, it's like their two giant heads smushed together, like cheek to cheek, and then their tiny little bodies like at a little table with spaghetti on it and like candles.
Nice.
She goes, okay, here you go. Look, we're done. And they're like, oh, honey, isn't that precious? That's so
and then
nice.
Shathane's like, you guys are done. Thanks.
Yeah. they're like, oh, okay. And they hand over a couple coins.
Then I just give
And
them
they
a
bounce.
little light lower back push
They're
out.
like, oh, okay.
Your bedside manner could use some work. Are you open to constructive criticism? Because I am willing to give it.
What do you think?
I think that sometimes...
No, I meant, do you think I'm open to constructive criticism?
Cartwin goes like, okay, all right, can we just hold on? And she opens up, because she was doing this in like a more open air area next to her fortune telling booth. She's like, please just come in, Shathane, just rein it in, okay? And she directs the three of you and Tantamile.
Oh, I'm not there right now.
Oh, you're not. Where are you?
I went to look for a snack.
Oh, okay. And is Wicker with you? Or did
No.
Where's Wicker?
I think
She's with them.
Tantamile might be with you because she really, really, really...
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Well, I
Are you riding Tantamile?
No, I'm walking for sure.
But Tantamile's right behind you.
Oh, is she?
Like-
Okay, I clearly have tunnel vision.
Yeah. So what kind of snacks are you looking for?
Well, there's a dude and his kids who are like having a snack break, and I'm trying to get a snack from them without them seeing me.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
kind of snacks do they have?
They have potato spirals.
It's always potatoes
Well,
that
it's
attract Billy.
my favorite.
It's like hobbits with mushrooms. Like
Yeah.
potatoes are right on there. So yeah, they've got rotatoes.
yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, those like spiral cut potatoes on sticks.
Yep.
And they're sort of biting them and picking them off. Just a second. What's up?
Just imagine that scene from Lord of the Rings where Sam is like, I've forgotten the taste of strawberries. But I imagine just Billy being like, I've forgotten the taste of Rolitos.
If I don't have a rotato tomorrow, it'll be the farthest from eating a rotato I've ever been.
So I say that to myself.
In that weird, like,
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee. Yeah. And they're not paying attention. They're just talking to each other.
And I saw that they got the family pack, which is just a bouquet of rotatos. So they're not eating them all. Like some of those rotatos have not been claimed. So I'm just gonna grab one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 2d6 plus dexterity for tricks of the trade as you're trying to sneak up.
12.
God in heaven. Yeah, you walk up and you snag a stick with a rotato on it.
And I feel cool with my cloak, and so I switch my cloak because I think it'll like camouflage me.
Yeah.
And then I head back towards those guys.
Tantamile, as you turn around, you're like, all right, got it.
Yeah.
Tantamile is like,
What?
she looks disapproving.
Well,
As much as a cat can look disapproving, she doesn't look happy.
well, do you want to bite?
She's like,
Fine, just suit yourself then, and then I am gonna eat it.
and then she goes,
Okay.
as you start to eat it, she's like,
Okay, so I hold it out for her to nibble on.
she does that cat thing where she sniffs it really fast, very gently, and then she bites a little bit off the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
And then she purrs and it's all good. And the
Cool.
family is none the wiser. You're walking far enough away that they don't even see. They carry on with their rotato party.
Wonderful.
Great. Billy heads back. I was really hoping that you were going to fail that.
I was worried I would because
No,
I
you-
kind of forgot I had to roll for it.
You just wanted a little potato vignette.
Well, yeah, because like Billy's never been to a fair or anything this opulent before.
Yeah.
Like he's from a farm.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, this is like definitely the biggest building you've ever been
Yeah,
in.
like it just so far sequentially I've just been in bigger and bigger buildings.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like really I'm just like, wow,
Buildings get big.
what comes next?
Yeah.
What does come next?
You realize as you followed the current of potato air, Twinkle Toes style, that it's a bit of a walk now.
Oh, okay.
You got a bit further away than you expected to,
Yeah, it's
but-
a long walk. Anywhere's a long walk for me.
but you got your rotato.
Yeah.
And you're kind of sharing it with Tantamile as you both walk back. And yeah, so back to the tent.
So I'll tell Cartwin first, I need 2 portraits for these 2 yahoos.
No problem.
And then I look down and I realize that Fat Billy's gone. Where is this kid?
Sometimes he roams. There's a lot of smells. And he just will go somewhere to eat something, and then sometimes he comes back, and then sometimes he gets caught and we get kicked out of a bar. It's a toss-up.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get the 1 portrait done.
Okay.
And when your friend decides to wander back,
Hey
we can
guys.
get the other.
Oh, he's back. See? He didn't get caught this time.
Billy pops his head in through the curtain that she closed in the little booth.
And I go, Billy, did you get anything good?
I did. And I hold up the bear stick that the rotato was on.
Nice.
And then I'm like, I still have some salt on my face if you want it.
I'm fine.
And Carton
All right.
goes, she kind of looks between the two of you and looks to Shathane like, is this...
I'm like, this is not, there's no precedent for this. He just suggested it for the first time now.
Okay.
Why do I keep having to explain my relationship with this boy?
Okay. So what can I do for you? So you said, it sounds like there's something else. We need 2 portraits. Not a problem. Can do those.
These 2 lost a friend.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I think that you might be able to help them figure out if they can find him.
What makes you... what's the situation? Why could I mean, people lose people all the time. What do you think I can do?
I whip the salt off my face to look more professional. And okay, so we had a half elf friend named Vang, and we were fighting a wizard monster, and
Her eyes widen a little bit, but more like a Okay.
Yeah, and I widen my eyes.
And I jump in for a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm still not totally convinced it wasn't a genie of some sort.
And then I jump in and I'm like, I'm still not totally convinced this guy's not a complete idiot.
And I give a thumbs up.
Gonna get a little bit more info before I make my decision.
And so our friend Ving was a shapeshifter, and he was in the shape of a crocodile when we were fighting. And then, well, I ran away. So Tuck, you tell the rest because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so he was in the shape of a crocodile, and the monster, the wizard water monster, killed the crocodile. But our friend was he's a shapeshifter, and his tell is that he has gills, but the crocodile didn't have gills. So we consulted with an elf named Colonel Dan Derglot. Do you know him?
I've heard the name Derglod, but Colonel Dan is not. That's not an elf name. That's nobody I know.
Dan
Yeah.
Derglot.
Dan Derglot.
And then I look at Cartman and I'm like, I think this is Nathaniel.
Oh.
Yeah, so Dan told us that because the crocodile didn't have the tail, the gills, Dan said that it's possible that he was stuck somewhere in the spirit realm, and to look for Shithane, and
Right.
he might be able to help us get him back.
Right.
One more thing.
Uh-huh.
This box is of some importance. I am not sure how much, but that wizard monster's trying to get it.
Okay.
And then I put it back on my back.
Could I see that again?
Okay. And I take it back off my back, and I was like, be careful, I broke it a little bit.
She's looking at it. She's turning it over in her hands, looking at the markings, and she notices, she points at like some of the sigils on here. She says, these are elven, but like these are old elven. She takes a bit more of a look at it, and she says, I've never seen anything like this, but this is an old form of common. And she points at one level of the sigils, and she points at the stuff that's over it. She said, this is an older version of elven that was mainly only used for spell work, magic.
Yeah, our friend Ving said that this symbol means containment, and this symbol means binding.
Yeah, this is a prison.
This what?
If I'm reading this right, this is a prison.
Okay, is there a problem that I did this, and then I turn it over, and there's like a giant crack in the top? I smashed it with an axe.
Well, what happened after you smashed it with an axe?
My friend died.
Would you say that's a problem?
Yes, for me.
She shoves it back in your hands and she says, you got to get this thing out of here.
Okay.
One,
Okay.
I don't want to get pulled into anything, Shithane. You need to understand this is my work. This is where I work. This is where I live. I don't want this kind of heat coming down on me. You understand?
I understand. I do. I do want to help these ding-dongs.
I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth it for me. That's my only concern. I don't want to know more than I'm supposed to and have gods know what coming down than looking for more information. You know what I mean? Is that Billy groaning?
Yeah. Can I like parlay with her or something?
Yeah, you can definitely try. What's Billy doing? What's he offering?
Oh, he has to offer something?
That's how parlay works. You need leverage.
I was getting ready to, but my charisma's so crappy.
Well, I mean, if you're still gonna
it.
try, just because your charisma sucks doesn't mean you wouldn't try, right?
That's why I was hoping somebody else would step in.
No, you do it. Oh, because you know her and you have a history with
And
her.
I was also trying to think of what the leverage would be. I think she sounds like an old friend, and so
Yeah,
I
that's
wanted-
what I'm getting the vibe of. You know her from the old days,
Right.
So she's probably
So
she's actually probably quite old, like
Yeah,
in her
I think-
60s.
Yeah, or I was thinking maybe
Although you said she's part elf, so she looks a lot younger than she is.
right.
Not a
so
lot, but you know
Can we talk about those numbers or what?
what?
How old?
things are and people are?
Well, I mean, you would probably know that when you knew her back in the day, she
Right.
was in her, I don't know, maybe like 30s or 40s, but
Right.
she looked like she was just out of her teens.
Yeah, that
And now
makes-
she's in her 60s, or she looks like she's in her 60s, but she's probably closer to 100.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're like 100-ish years after they met, maybe. Mm-hmm. And so Shathane's probably like 400-ish or something like that, maybe a little.
Yeah, we talked about how Shathane's quite old.
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
And he's
Still-
full-blooded elf, so he's
oh yeah,
like
so
he'll live for a long
he
time.
just looks like $1 million at 400. So
This isn't a common thing of new people coming on the podcast and then just talking about how good their characters look.
Yeah, their ideal selves.
This guy's got white hair, though. Anyway,
But he pulls it off, right?
Yeah, he pulls it off. You called him a silver fox when you were originally describing.
Actually, no. What you said was what you said. What kind of Marc Jacobs suit model DILF material?
right.
He said Indochinos.
Indochino. That's what it was.
And then we
yeah.
found the model he was talking
Yeah,
about.
the actual ad I remembered.
Okay, so yeah, what are you? You're trying to convince just
So
Cartwin to help you out?
Cartwin. So I think I would want to use the fact that the wizard and elf combination that we're talking about is like beyond what should exist from the little light, fine wisps of magic that float around in the world still. This means that there's some more going on.
Right.
Like this is a crack. This is something terrible is happening. This is evidence of something that we didn't expect, that we thought magic was gone and all the terrible things that made magic affect the world in the terrible way that it did was all gone. And that this is like the bad stuff that was happening before. So.
Okay, I'd say that's a reasonable leverage. You're just trying to appeal to her better nature, to the old Cartwin, as opposed to this new one.
And I want to kind of aid him by trying to seduce her into helping.
That would not aid at all.
But I want to just like behind him, just like do a fake stretch where I'm just like.
That's going to be an interfere for sure.
Can I do? Does it change my decision to do it?
It's not effectively helping at all, so you wouldn't roll for it.
I'm going to roll for it.
How do you think that would help this at all?
Because she's beautiful and I am stupid.
I'm just.
Can I also aid and maybe like cry and see if she has any like motherly qualities that I can like, I don't know, influence.
Okay. So you're going to be telling her about this, and Billy's going to start crying, and Tuck is going to start flexing.
Yeah, we're in the background.
Yeah.
So roll your parlay, 2d6 plus your charisma.
Actually,
you're on this train, man. Hop on.
What did you
No,
get?
doesn't matter. You bought a ticket.
Here we go. 2.
You motherfuckers both failed so badly. So mark a point of experience.
And I guess I'm not used to the tightness of my clothes, so while I'm doing that, my pants rip.
Yeah, great. and
then I go, oh, fuck, I clenched too much.
So so this is a...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty major fail.
Oh, yeah, it's not great. So you give Cartwin this whole deal. You're saying, like, this is bad. This could be really bad. And it could be bad for everybody.
All right.
And she thinks about it for a little bit. Yeah, and Tuck is flexing, stretching, doing what he's doing. She's not even paying attention to Tuck. It's not the old days anymore. Shathane, I'm getting up there in years. I can't afford to get mixed up in this kind of thing. If what you're saying is true and the bad times are coming back, if things go my way, I'll be dead before then. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
I totally understand.
What a bitch. And I say that audibly.
She says, you don't.
This is an old friend. This is a really old friend of mine. I don't think
it's you're a kid. You don't understand.
I understand. And then I just turn around and I fart.
Oh my God. Wow. These are the kinds of people you're trucking with now?
Tacoma is laughing this hard.
And I'm like, I can't believe that when you got stuck in the corridor, I thought the little one was a smart one.
Hey, me and him are basically equals.
Yeah,
I guess.
you are. Yes.
Yeah, so she's just like, wow, this is awesome. This is great. Anyways, let's just get these portraits done. And she goes through the curtain, it just closes behind her, and she's getting ready to do some portraits.
Okay, how about this? Because I assume we're getting separate portraits. Why don't we try to talk to her during our portrait time?
Okay.
Try to convince her.
Okay. So you guys head out to portrait zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys all leave her little fortune-telling tent, and you see Cartwin stock still, eyes wide, arm around her waist, knife to her throat. It's the hot meat boys. Yeah, they're back.
Which ones? Is it some of the ones we recognized from before?
Yeah, you see the one with the knife to her throat is the one from the weapons check.
Oh.
And you see the one that was with him when they were following you, and then a random assortment. There's 5 altogether, and they are looking and they're like, "Hey, guess we found you."
Which one of us are you talking to right now?
All of you as a group.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a dagger, one of my throwing daggers, into that guy's face.
Whoa, just
Yeah,
straight
because
up.
I'm in a really bad mood.
Yeah.
I had a good time, and then that, whatever her name is, she put me in a really bad mood, and he's just
Okay.
mad now.
Billy has a move called Shoot First,
Okay.
which
Oh, yeah,
means
he
that
does.
this is not a situation in which you would be surprised. Like, you would basically see what's going on before they noticed you were there.
Okay.
Like, you basically come out and they're watching like up, like where a human face would be, and there's a child there instead. So they don't really see you coming out, but you catch them right at the right time where you have the opportunity to just whip a knife. She is between you and that guy. So you will have to roll like a defy danger, basically, to not hit her.
Okay.
So that's 2d6 plus dexterity.
Whoa. Nice.
10.
Yep, no problem. You got a beat on him. So now roll volley.
Okay. So 11.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
Roll your damage.
4.
Oh my god. Okay, so the hot meat boys aren't the toughest of boys.
Okay.
So
Where on the internet did you find the stats for the hot meat boys?
none of your fucking business. I went to hotmeatboys.com.
Don't.
Do not.
Don't go to hotmeatboys.com. Don't go to hotmeat.
They have not paid for sponsorship.
If you are listening and you are under 18, do not go to hotmeatboys.com. I don't want that heat.
You sent them a sponsorship request letter, but they have not gotten back yet.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I don't want them getting any traffic they don't deserve. Hotmeatboys.com is available.
Oh my God.
Buy it.
How much is it a year?
$13.
Yeah, buy it. I'll give you $13
What
right
are the
now.
what are the other?
So far, we've just got spoutlore.com. Oh, what are the other gangs?
Oh,
There's the
cool treat kids.
Cool
Yeah.
Treat Kids and the Rock Pirate Clan.
I don't think I have to check.
I just
We
think
might have to get .org.
I just think it's funny if we had hotmeatboys.com that redirected to spoutlore.com. Oh, also .zone is available. There's a lot of things that we can
Well,
get.
you need that for... Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move
Anyways,
on.
yeah, let's move on. So,
Hotmeat.zone.
So basically Billy has the opportunity to straight up kill this guy.
Yes.
So Billy, the child,
Yeah.
is going to throw a knife into the face of a human man and just kill him.
Killing him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Really mad.
Mad enough to kill over potatoes.
Yeah, and she straight up didn't want to help us with Vang. And
Yeah,
that
that's
was
true.
uncool.
You come out and they see Tuck and Shithane come out behind you. And they're like, hey, looks likely, wham! And he just gets a knife right in the face, drops his knife, falls back, knife in the face area.
Through the eye, through the back of his head. Boom.
Well, okay, it's
Okay,
not
fine.
a bullet.
It was thrown by a little boy.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Through his eye.
Billy can throw with the strength of a Magnum revolver. Just punch it right at the back of his
Yeah,
skull.
and then he lifts his arm up and he's like, I call this one Desert Storm. No, wait. What's that gun?
Desert Eagle?
Yeah, I call this one the Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
This one Desert Storm and this one Desert Eagle.
Yeah, this one's a gun. This one's a poorly planned military maneuver.
So Billy is killing this guy
Yeah.
unequivocally because you can just take him out, but you want him dead.
No, I want him dead. And I throw off my leather cap and smash it on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go run and retrieve my knife out of his head. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that they are all shocked enough when the guy's trying to do his like strong arm monologue, like, "Hey, nice to see you." Dead. They're all just like, "What?" Oh, and you run, just running because it's not that far away. It's like
Yeah.
5 feet away.
How
I-
many? Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
go-
I just want to know how many people.
There's 4 of them. I think I said 5. One is now straight dead.
Okay.
Are you going to attack another one?
Yeah, because I take this like pause that like
Yeah, Billy
the
runs up, grabs his
surprise.
knife.
I want to use that pause to like Billy just started a conflict, and I'm like, I'm already on board, man.
I think I am too, mainly because they Well, one's dead already.
Yeah.
I guess in the first action, and then that's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. She's thankfully free. She's going to start moving because she got surprised, basically. She's not a pushover, but she got jumped. So what's Tuck doing?
I have my axe, and I, like, as soon as I see that guy start to fall and Billy run forward, I jump forward with the axe, and I'm going to bring it down on the guy next to him to protect Billy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Give me a hack and slash.
3 plus 2 is 5.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, no.
Boy, oh boy.
I failed a lot this episode.
Wow.
You didn't roll enough shitty rolls out of your dice before.
you
Clearly,
idiot. This is what I'm talking about. So you jump forward, and you're like, oh, just straight up. Tuck makes a lot of noise when he fights,
Yeah.
right? Like he's very grunty and shouty.
Yeah.
So you jump forward, you bring your axe down, and the one that was next to Billy that you were trying to chop, he was surprised, but you can see the stance of an accomplished and experienced fighter in his posture or something.
you looked good.
Describe it more sexily.
His footing changes, his calves tense. The fabric around his thighs bunches. But also he goes, before he moves, you hear just the quietest. Anyways, he steps to the side and
I'm feeling feelings.
yeah, and he just stabs you.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So you bring the axe down, he steps to the side, and his hand comes up with a dagger in it that he didn't have in his hand previously, and he just stabs you in the shoulder.
Oh.
So
guess I take
roll a d6. Yeah, you got it. There's no opportunity not to take it.
1.
Okay, well, he stabs, but
I have a +1 already.
yeah,
though.
you do, just from being a tough boy.
Yeah.
He dodges out of the way all cool, stabs you really cool, and is like, I got him. And you just look at him with his knife in your shoulder.
Yeah, I take the knife out and stab him in the
Well,
throat.
hold on, you failed. You don't get to act right away
I
after.
choose to act right away.
No, you don't do
8
anything.
plus 2
Does not
10.
happen.
No, so we're still in the same turn, right?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've done combat with you.
Oh yeah,
guys,
so there aren't really turns.
Okay.
There's no initiative. I just kind of direct the action, and I go, okay, this is happening. What do you do? This is happening. What do you do? So yeah, you see Billy kill a person, run up, start scrounging on his body to get his knife out of his eye, which is an upsetting image now that I think about it. And Tuck jumped in instantly. It looks like these two back each other up without question.
right.
But now it's like a scrap, like a fight's happening. You see Tuck get stabbed in the arm, and nothing else has happened yet.
And I'm like, good move, buddy.
And then also, how does it work with battle with Tantamile?
So yeah, when you attack somebody, you and Tantamile attack the same character, same person. Then you add. It says when you attack the same target.
Add its ferocity to your damage. All right, I'm going to throw a throwing dagger
Yeah.
at one of these dudes.
At the same person, and you want Tantamile to attack the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not the one
that just stabbed
that
Tuck.
stabbed Tuck.
Yes.
One of the other
So
most threatening.
yeah,
closest.
Cartwin starts like basically grappling with one of them, and the others are trying to get an idea of what's going on. And one is starting to come at you, has a knife in his hand, and is ready to throw down.
I'll attack the one that's grappling with Cartwin, I
Cool.
think. Right.
So yeah, it'll be 2d6 plus dexterity using the volley move, which is a basic move.
Okay. 8, 10.
Yeah, that is an unmitigated success, which with volley, you have a clear shot, so you deal your damage. So you just roll your damage die, which is a d8. What's your damage, Mark?
A 1?
A 1. Interesting. Very interesting. What is Tantamile's ferocity?
2.
Okay, so that is 3 damage.
Yeah.
How do you signal Tantamile to attack the person you're attacking?
Well, I can communicate with animals.
Yeah.
So I would basically, through the same sort of nonverbal communication that
Yeah.
an animal would use to indicate that they're going to attack somebody.
Yeah,
then
totally.
She saw that and she just knew.
Cool. So you
So, throwing a dagger at him?
Yeah, getting a dagger out, getting it ready, and then throwing it. She assumes that's yes.
throwing a knife at a person is a good indication that you're fighting.
Sometimes cats just like to follow things that you throw, though. So that might be.
That's true. Yeah, you just pull a knife out of your jerkin or whatever off your belt.
It's a It's green and bumpy.
Right, it's a gherkin. I forgot. So you throw you pull a knife out of your gherkin and you whip it at this dude, and it hits him in a little, like, he's also got a gherkin of his own, but it's not green or bumpy, so it's just a regular gherkin, and it kind of sticks. It doesn't go deep enough to actually cut him, and he laughs, and then Tantamile just hits him like a freight train.
Wham.
Yeah, wham, on the ground, getting raked and bit, and she's making that crazy noise that cougars make. You know, that weird, like, screech?
I'm not sure what exactly.
I'm not doing it.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds.
Wow, oh, wow, wow.
It sounds like a pedal, like a guitar pedal.
It sounds like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Sounds like
Wow, 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 wow. Give it away now.
yeah, so the guy's not dead, but he wishes he was.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He wishes that he were
Big
dead.
pieces of him are hanging off.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to have to listen to one more second of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I would rather be dead. Red Hot Chili Peppers are fine. They're okay.
I like them.
They got a unique sound. No one really sounds like the Chili Peppers, right?
Thank Christ.
All right, and so yeah, Billy.
So I've yanked the knife out of the dude's eye,
Uh-huh.
and I've done like a really cool twirl with it, and so blood like sprays everywhere.
Oh
and
my
then I'm
God.
just gonna volley it again.
You're gonna
at
throw
the,
it?
Yeah, at the dude who. I'm not gonna throw it at the guy fighting Tuck because it's too dangerous. Gonna try to hit the guy who's gonna go after Shathane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a guy running at Shathane, and Billy throws. He's got a pretty clear shot. So yeah, 2d6 plus dexterity for volley.
It's a 12 with my dexterity.
Good God.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I would like to just point out that the biggest, strongest guy never effectively attacks anyone.
Yeah.
I think in the whole history of the game, I have never positively contributed to a fight.
you killed a frog monster.
Yeah.
You killed
Except
the
for
king of
that
the
one.
frogs. Yeah, that's the only time. That's the last time that you've done well in a fight. Meanwhile, Billy is a killing machine.
I'm so mad, you guys.
Also, Ving more often than not just turns into an animal made of knives and then just ruins whatever else is there. But you don't have that anymore. So yeah, Billy's in a bad mood. This is bad day, Billy. So yeah, roll your damage.
Whoa, 8.
Oh yeah,
Oh
so
my god.
Shit. This one goes through the back of his head.
Yeah.
It's in a wall with
Well,
a
he's-
brain attack.
he's like sideways. So you see him from the side. So how does Billy kill this guy?
It hits him in the neck and goes through the neck. Like kind of like the blade kind of goes sideways and it just like halves his neck in
Whoa.
the throat area and then it just
And his head
spins.
tips back.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
Oh my
and I'm just
God.
like, holy cow. I kind of feel bad about that one, but then I just stand like, come at me.
Yeah. So Shathane, you see this. You throw a knife at the guy fighting Cartwin. The other dude is starting to run towards you.
And this little brat that I thought was a giant pain in the ass has
Yeah.
not only saved my life potentially, but sprayed the entire
Oh yeah, there's blood
of Yesterland in
everywhere.
a huge
Yeah.
rainbow.
Of jugular blood.
At least
Wow.
this little 3-walled area that Cartwin does her portraits in is like getting coated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the guy's running at you. You see just like, whoosh,
His head.
and then he's just bleeding. He hits the ground, and you look over, and Billy's got his arms up. Like what? Okay, so Billy just killed 2 people. Tuck got stabbed in the arm. Tantamile. So yeah, there are 2.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
There's
Tuck
2
guy
more.
and one guy who hasn't been engaged. Or
Yeah,
done anything
but they're
yet.
both like trying to get a good angle on Tuck because he's enormous.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got the guy that stabbed you, and you went, "Good move, pal."
Yeah,
And now,
I meant it.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a good move. I didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah.
But as I'm saying that, I swing my axe vertically up while I'm talking to catch him in the bottom of the chin. I'm like, wow, that was impressive. And I just swing up.
okay, give me a hack and slash because he's got nothing.
12.
Okay, give me your damage. That's a 1.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
and you get a +1 from your axe if you're fighting 2-handed.
Okay, so I grip it with 2 hands and I swing upwards. And I'm like, that was a good move. And while I'm saying that, I swing the axe upwards, slice through his nose. And then, I don't know, what does he do?
He goes, "Ow!
Yeah.
My nose is now 2 noses."
Yeah.
He goes, ow!
So you cut, like, as you're swinging up, his leather vest absorbs some of it. Like, it just kind of slows the movement a little bit.
Yeah.
And you do slice through the tip of his nose enough that he reels back and is holding his nose Is his knife still in your arm? Did you pull that out?
No, it's still in there.
Okay, and he's knifeless and noseless.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, he's actually got more noses now than he used to. And he stumbles back, and the other takes a jab at you. What do you do?
What with what?
A knife. They've all got knives.
With a knife?
The hot meat boys fight with knives.
I move into it, but I push my kind of like arm and bicep and shoulder into where he's stabbing to like get him to like bury it into my body.
Okay, that's a Defy Danger Constitution. This is so you can attack him after that.
Yeah.
But you're still going to be taking damage.
I
And
know.
potentially taking damage twice.
Yeah.
All right. Defy Danger Constitution.
7, 8, 9.
If he stabs you, like you're moving into this
Yeah.
to a range where your axe would not be effective.
I can't use an axe at
No,
all.
it's basically like trying to hit somebody with a baseball bat when
Okay.
you're lying on top of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why that was the analogy that came to my mind. But you know what I mean?
Remember when I did that?
Yeah, so that's basically the situation. You won't be
Okay.
able to use your axe.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So-
Roll a d6 for
Or-
being stabbed.
Oh, okay. 3.
3, so you take 2 damage.
Okay. So he stabbed me with his knife. I take the knife that's in my shoulder and stab him in the throat.
Okay. Give me a hack and slash.
12.
That is a success.
And as I'm doing it, I'm like, sorry about your friend.
oh my god. Okay. So
But I'm saying that to the guy whose nose I split in half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your damage again.
3.
Yeah, he catches it right in the zone,
Yeah.
right in where his head connects to his body, and he is straight dead for
Yeah.
sure. He dies fairly quickly because he's
Okay.
got a knife in his throat. And yeah, you've got a dead man on a knife, and his friend is still kind of reeling, but he's getting ready to.
Get back up.
Well, he's knifeless. He's got 2 noses.
Yeah.
And he just saw 4 people get slaughtered within, and one is still alive but under tantamount, like still kind of grappling. So the last one starts running, like just books it.
Should we try and get him?
He's running. Yeah, you're all fighting, and
So-
you see this guy run away.
I want to use my bow, I think.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
totally.
the first arrow we've had.
Yeah, that's
This is
why.
the first time
over
somebody's
a year of
the man.
play.
the first time a character has used a bow.
And he's running away, so I think we'll be into the
Yeah, this
to
is
far.
range. He's getting. It's one of those things where he's running away, and you start to gauge the distance.
And I'm like, I'm a ranger.
I'm gonna shoot this piece of shit. Yeah,
So
he's
I-
like pushing through people, and he knocks over.
I'm getting pretty excited
cart of stuff.
because it doesn't happen often as the prefect of mall security at the High Spear Mall City that I get to use.
Is that what your title is? Prefect?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
You didn't see the badge that I had? It's hidden by the cloak, I guess. Anyway, so I'm going to shoot this guy with an
Yeah.
arrow.
Volley?
Volley.
All right.
Yeah, unless he, for some reason, isn't expecting me to shoot him in the back as he runs
Well,
away.
he's defenseless. He's trying to run away.
All right, so called shot then, I guess.
Okay. Can
so,
you read off the description of called
right.
shot?
when you attack a defenseless or surprised enemy at range, you can choose to deal your damage or name your target and roll plus dexterity. And 7 and 9, they do nothing but stand and drool for a few moments.
Yeah. So basically, if you hit this dude but you don't kill him, he's going to be out of commission. What is your called shot? Knowing that you could well just kill him if you do hit him.
Yeah, I feel a little bit like I'm getting a little excited. It's reminding me of the olden days.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of heads explode, a lot of head damage.
God.
So I think I'm going to call headshot.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, go for it. Roll your 2d6 plus dexterity.
9 plus 2, 11,
That's an 11. So give me your damage, which is a d8.
2.
Okay. Yeah. So this is not going to kill him, but describe what it will do.
He's got one of these dumb helmets that Billy just trashed. So that maybe deflected a bit. Kind of, instead of going right into the back of his head, it kind
Yeah.
of scrapes up the back of his skull.
Yeah. So you get like the classic sharpshooter, like movie shot where you pull the arrow back, you close one eye,
There's some
let
squeaking.
fly. There's a couple seconds of like airtime where there's nothing happening and the guy's
Is
still
there
running.
a camera on the arrow?
Yeah, it's that kind
All
of
right.
thing where the arrow's spinning and the camera's watching it spin, and then just wham, hits this guy, and you see him in the distance skid and trip and fall into a table of like merchandise and just hit the ground, and he's not moving.
Sick.
And then I look at Fat Billy and I'm like, I give one of the shoulder arm moves to be
and then
like,
I do an air high five.
and hit me in the knee.
Pat.
Yeah.
Cartwin's like breathing pretty heavy. You all you get back and Tantamile stalks off of this not moving person. The light has gone out of their eyes, and Tantamile looks pleased with herself.
So I'll grab Cartwin and I'll say, till we get this mess all cleaned up, I think we all better get out of here.
Says, okay. Yeah, okay. And she's like, I can do that. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been in a fight like that. I can do the portraits at the headquarters. And she grabs some paper and her supplies, and you guys head off.
Yeah, grab my dagger.
Yeah, I grab my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I take the second knife out of my arm, and I'm like, Billy, do you want an extra knife?
Sure, thank you.
Here you go.
So you get an extra knife. It's technically a dirk, which is I believe a thin curved knife.
Yeah. Or it's a guy that bullied you in grade 6.
I'll try and find
If
the
you're a
latest
duel.
or the closest cleaning elf with his little mop
Oh yeah.
and his little yellow sign, and I'll just point over to where the mess is, and I'm like, get this cleaned up.
Do you go to like the tubes in the wall and you're like,
Yeah.
No,
there's-
I just have to tell one of that's elf work is talking on the tubes.
Okay.
No, I just point at one and I'm like, get this cleaned up. But they've already
I was
started.
like, yeah, no problem. Good as done. And there's some weird elves in like all white clothing, like dragging bodies into a door, starting to mop up. And you head back to headquarters. Yeah. And Cartwin is sitting at your desk. If you need help finding your friend, I think I can help.
Okay, so Billy hugs her leg. I'm sorry I called you the B word.
Oh, that's fine. It's not the first time. So, what's next?
Can we please get these portrait ICs finished up?
All right, I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for listening to Spout Lore, coming back each and every
Second.
week, or whenever you are listening to this. Maybe you listen to them all at once, because this is 4 years in the future, and somehow we're still doing this podcast, and you're catching up. And if that's the case, thanks for doing that.
and also thanks for re-electing President Donald Trump.
Oh, boy. We're in Canada, so we're good to go. Thanks for tolerating the existence of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, he's got a lot of socks and he's got a lot to say about it.
Thank you to players Abdul,
There's no precedent.
Jessica,
What comes next?
and Mark.
You know when you see someone hit a golf ball and they know what they're doing?
Thanks to technical producer Wes Lord for making it happen. Thanks to Aaron Reed for the amazing intro and outro music that we all love so much. And thank you to Mark and MP for letting us record in their home.
Damn straight.
Yeah. And we'll catch you next
Second.
week. People. Goodbye.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
I got this really strange email last night.
I need to see what's going on with this mystery file.
Hey, it's a map of a town called Ocean Bay.
Someone sent these images to you for a reason.
I'm so lost right now.
When was the last time you chose a direction and followed it?
I'm going to Ocean Bay.
We don't get many tourists this time of year.
Ocean Bay is a friendly town, but we're not that friendly.
I never sent you an email. I don't even know you.
And why exactly are you here? The map is the reason we're here.
Maps help when you're lost.
Do you know what a trap street is?
Trap streets aren't real. They don't exist.
Don't trust anyone unless they give you a reason to trust them.
I think he's dead.
How could so much damage happen to a human body in such a short period of time?
What the hell is going on here?
From the creators of Strange Air, this is Trap Street.
So maps can have secrets.
Yes, maps can have secrets.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.